Alright, let's get fucking going on this shit. Tater, watching one more time a video on somebody else's opinion. It's Doro. And I want to see Doro's opinion on the new Withering Waves 2.4 update, which we are about to be halfway through very shortly.
Dropped, and yeah, no shocker. Yeah, I love it. But after playing all weekend, I started to realize something. WuWa's making the other gacha games I play kind of feel old now. I wanted to make this video kind of telling you guys what I really like about the new update and some of the things I'm kind of meh on. Because surprisingly, I still get the question on whether WuWa is worth playing. Is this update good? Should I play it? And I don't know how many times I can say yes. But hopefully this video helps someone
good.
out that's new.
It's super good. You should just go play it. You would like it. You'll enjoy it. It's just getting better.
New to the game or is interested in trying it out. So starting off with the things that I really like, Carthethia. I'll just get it out of the way. Ever since she showed up in Renacida, I fell in love. Yeah, with pixels. Yeah, I have a girlfriend. She understands. But she gives me Princess Zelda vibes, and
She does. She
I'm a huge
looks
Zelda
like
fan. And ever since
Princess
I saw her,
Zelda.
I was
She looks amazing.
I'm S6er. Spoiler alert, I didn't because, well,
Bills.
I don't know if you can tell I bought a house. But anyway, I ended
Good
up
for
getting
you,
her
Doro.
and her weapon, and dude, she is one of the most fun characters to play in this game. But I'm fortunate enough to have her and her characters that she needs to make her pretty powerful, and I'm having a lot of
I don't have Chikona, but you don't need Chikona. You can use Sanwa, and you're fine.
fun with her. She has two different forms. She's got Zelda form, and then she's got Big Mommy Zelda form, and I love it. And she's HP scaling, so I don't think she's too tough to build. I was
She's
able
pretty easy to build.
a pretty
Her
decent
echoes
one,
are harder
and
to
she's
farm.
putting up numbers. But granted, I do have like
But then
her
again,
best
whose aren't
theme
if you're
for
trying to
her,
get crit
which
rate, crit
I'll get
damage on
more
every
into
single
that
echo.
in the con section of this update. Overall, I'm really happy that she's out. I'm really enjoying her, and honestly, she's become one of my favorite characters in the story. And well, my bank account isn't too happy, but it was worth it. I was more excited about her than Zani, and I S6 Zani. Yeah, I don't know how that makes sense, but it does. Now with the new update, we got a new story quest as well, and it's a new main story quest. And man, I just gotta say, it was a banger. I have some gripes with it, which again, I'll get into later in the video, but overall, I really enjoyed it. Cutscene.
Zani is overrated. Camellia does 1.6 million damage over her rotation, 72,000 on average. So the reason Zani's overrated is if you want the 2.2 million she can do during a rotation or 135,000 on a regular one, you need Phoebe. And if you don't have Phoebe, you're using Spectral Rover, and she's getting 1.2. So not 1.6 like this. Not 1.6. And then if you really want life to be fucking easy, you just use Carlotta. And there's no extra crap or anything like that. She's just fantastic every single time.
Cinema. Characters, cinema. Setting, also cinema. But jokes aside, I really like the characters that they introduce in Septimont, which is the new area in this update.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Lupa looks
Septimont,
amazing.
which is the new
She looks great.
area in
I
this
would get her,
update. I think they're
but
actually some
there's
of my
another
favorite
character coming
character
out
designs in WuWa
that I'm waiting for.
altogether.
She comes
I'm
out
not even
after
kidding.
Lupa.
I mean, look at Augusta. This
Yep,
is what another
there's
character
Mavika.
should have looked like, in my opinion. And the quest took me about 3 hours to do on stream, which for me personally
And that's the character I'm waiting for. She's coming out soon.
is a W, because once it gets like past 3 or 4 hours,
She's
I'm
gonna
like,
buff
okay,
Cantarella,
this is starting to be a long time.
which is a
But
Carlotta,
something that WuWa has been
like
doing
buffer.
very well is
So
their
buff,
pacing.
buff.
There's plenty of times in the
Oh
story
no, not
where
Carlotta,
it breaks
Camellia.
up the monotony of just,
Sorry.
you know, the standard gotcha, stand there and yap forever with other characters, move 2 inches, stand there, yap.
So he's talking about another gotcha game. He's not allowed to mention it legally because he does get sponsored by them. But yeah, the quality of life in Withering Waves is astonishing. It's so much better than in the other game he's talking about, because not only is the story well put together, but it's fast paced. It keeps you engaged. It keeps you going. There's also a skip button, which is a great quality of life thing. and the other game doesn't have that. So
You know, like some other gacha games do, but with
We know.
WuWa, they're doing a very good job at like breaking that up. So they throw in different like gameplay mechanics. I mean, there was one early on in the quest where you're playing as Cardathea and you're like spinning around trying to break these things. I won't spoil too much. It was a simple thing, but it was fun and it broke up the quest flow in a
That's
good
what they
way.
do,
And there
is
was
they
more
make it
instances of
interesting, they
that
make
as
it
well.
fun to
Plenty
do.
of action mixed in. The 3 hours flew by, which I never really say about gacha stories. It does leave you on a cliffhanger though, so we're gonna get the next part on the next half of the update.
Yeah,
Like I
but
said, the
you
story
know,
quest does
it was
take place in
good,
the new area,
and it kept you
Sephiroth,
going.
and
Now you're waiting.
That's my next.
You're
thing
gonna be
I
excited
really
for the
like
next thing,
with
and you've
this
got
update.
time to
They
breathe in
cooked with
between.
this one. I'm a sucker for Greek mythology, and man, they really knocked that out of the park.
Yeah, with Renacita, the city, it was like going to Venice, Italy. It was cool. Seeing all the canals and shit like that. It was a beautiful city. Old architecture. And now we've gone to Rome. Like, this update has been great. Ever since 2.0, it's been story, world building. That's been good.
Arc with this. Everywhere I go, it's just beautiful. Kind of like the complete opposite of how the game started. Where
The
it was, like,
Land of
very
Dragons
dark
and War.
dreary.
It reminds me of
I
another
think
game that
Kuro
said
Games
that
was
the
just
Land
like,
of Dragons
okay.
and War was
And then
coming.
They just flipped the script.
This actually delivered.
And just gave us the complete opposite. It's just like bright and beautiful and like so many amazing areas just you want to take photos at. Like Renacita itself, like when we first got it in 2.0, I was like, how are they going to even do better? And they did with 2.4. So I don't know.
They did
how they're
phenomenal.
doing it, but
It's
they're
great.
cooking. And exploring has been really fun
They
as
did
well.
cook.
I even did the exploration quests, which I never really do in my other gacha games that I play. But I was like, you know what? I want to do this. And there's one specifically with a dragon. That's all I'll say. But man, I was like,
I just did that one. It was
Like
really
the
good.
area that you have to go to and like the lore behind it was really cool. And it just adds more to the world. That's a big W in my book. New area, pretty big as well. And just a lot of things to find and explore. Now, of course, a gacha update wouldn't be an update without some events. And these events are actually really good and some of the highlights of this update for me. We obviously have the standard ones like the login event to get your lustrous tides and radiant tides. We got the photo one that takes you around the new area and you just take photos at different spots. And then the exploration one that helps you explore the new region as well. By the way, I should say that is one thing that I like about WuWa is their exploration events. Also just exploring in general, I feel like is a little bit easier than the other games I play.
Yeah, the quality of
because
life
it
is
holds
better.
your hand. And I like that. Okay.
You can say it holds your hand, but it's quality of life. He's gonna explain why it's quality of life.
Okay, I'm a baby and I like when my hand is held sometimes. Like when you press the map and you can check and see like how many fast travel points you have and then challenges you have left and all that. It's like a checklist and then it'll tell you where to go.
Click
to
it
get
and
that
travel.
checklist done. And the exploration event helps you with that, which I really like. And then you get rewarded for it as well. And I like the checklist
It's an
aspect
event
of it. where you
tied
can
to
click the
exploration.
map
What's not
and then
to
you
like?
can go see by region in different areas what still needs to be done. And then you can just go do it. It takes something off in my brain and it makes me feel good.
Makes you
we also have a
happy,
new
the
card
quality of
event,
life.
which hold up real quick because it's actually really good. And this is coming from someone who doesn't really play card games, but it's actually really fun. Kind of reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh, where you go and you find different opponents, and then you and your opponent have different
Magic,
cards
or,
that have echoes
you
on
know,
them, and they all have different energy costs
Pokemon
and
or
stuff
whatever.
like that. Pretty much standard card game stuff, but you can like mix your echoes
That part's
together.
cool.
and
The
make
part that you can actually go play in game and like you can see your characters go duke it out. That's pretty cool that they added that in there. I like it.
more powerful. So I've been really enjoying it. Oh, and I almost forgot the other event. It's kind of like a roguelike where you'll go across a board
I did not care for
with your
this event.
character. You start with Rover, and then as you fight more enemies and get farther and farther into the board, you collect more characters to add to your roster and different skills. And
I did it,
abilities
but
to
it was
help
for the
you in
rewards.
harder battles to come. So yeah, the events
wasn't
in this
boring.
update are really
It
fun
just
so
wasn't
far.
as
I'm
engaging
really
to me
enjoying
as
them.
other
And the
things
last
are.
thing I wrote down here that I really liked, like there was like a standout thing for me, was the in-game guide. Now some other gacha games already do this, but the way WuWa implemented it, I really like.
No, this guide is okay. It is not 100% all the time. It's great it's in there, though. The quality of life is in there, and it will just get better.
Kind of puts it in like an infograph type of way. And I asked my chat on Twitch if this was accurate, because some of the other ones aren't as accurate, but apparently these guys are actually accurate. And it'll tell you the best weapons and alternate weapons and team comps and alternate team comps. It'll tell you how the character works and what they do. And so you don't really have to Google anymore or go watch a YouTube video on how to build a character of what they do. It's just
That's
in
nice.
the game.
That's just the quality of life in the game. Like, that's just something they've added in there to like help you, to like let you know, you don't have to go somewhere else to get all this information. We're trying to add it for you. It's developers listening. It's pretty shocking in a gacha game for developers to actually listen, but this is one where they do.
Now, and it's actually done very well, and I was actually really impressed by it. So I think it's really cool that they added that. Now, before I get to my final thoughts on the update, just a couple more things that they added to this update for you guys. Obviously, right now we've got Carthea on phase 1. Phase 2, which will be around July 3rd, I believe. Lupa will be added to the game, so you can wish for her. We got
July
new Echoes
3rd,
added to the game, including the
3
Fusion
days
Drake,
from now?
Spectra Drake, Lioness of Glory. We got new Echo Sonata sets, the Windward Pilgrimage, which you'll want to use on Carthea, and then a new fusion set, Flaming Claw Print, which I'm probably thinking that's going to be good for Lupa. And then for some quality of life features, they added a global filter, so you can literally just put a filter on your game, kind of like the NVIDIA filter.
NVIDIA filter thing, yeah. So if you had an NVIDIA GPU, you were good, and if you didn't, like me, it sucked to see everybody else get that awesome filter. But now it's on, PC. It's on PS5 and Mac. You can select. I mean, that's so cool that they added that in the game. It's a really nice touch, quality of life.
Filters, but now
Can't
it's
say it
built
enough.
into the game, so you can kind of
WuWa
like
cares
stylize
about
your
its
game
players.
differently, which I love. Actually, that's actually really cool that they did that. They also added a focus mode for your story quests. You can just kind of like lock in, and other quests or like characters won't mess up with your questing. And then, like I said before, the guide depot, it's like the built-in character kits and how to build them and all that, like the infographics. Now let's get into some of the things that I'm kind of like meh on. I'll get this one out of the way because I know a lot of people don't like this. It's the trope where all the characters are just in love with Rover in the story quest. Now with
Nobody
this one, it happened
cares.
in the first half because I was like, oh, you know
Nobody
what?
cares.
It seems like Lupa isn't really like into Rover.
If that takes
right?
away
They're
from the
just, like,
story,
partners
then,
in the story quest. And I was like, okay, cool, finally.
guess
like,
that's your
Lupa's
opinion.
not really into Rover. Cool. But then by the end, it kind of changed.
I
And I
feel
won't
like this is
spoil
just
too
nitpicky.
much, but I was like, oh, okay, here we go again. And I know a lot
me
of
know.
people in the WuWa
Let me know if
community
I'm just
aren't really
being,
liking
you know,
that trope
obtuse.
being used so much. But I do think that Kuro has been getting that feedback a lot, so hopefully they fix it for the future. Now, the other thing I'm kind of like on, and I just feel like, why did we add this, is the bathing mechanic. They added a mechanic where you can go into
For people who wanted it. It's in the game for people who want it. Like, logic opinion, okay? Grand Theft Auto 5, right? You've got a strip club. You've got multiple. You've got multiple places to go to see, chicks dancing with their tits out. You don't have to go there, but it's in the game. It's in there because it's part of the game. There's gooners who play this game. This is for them, dude. It's not for you. Who cares? It doesn't take away from everything else. This isn't part of a story quest or anything like that. You don't have to go there.
to like a bath, and you can invite other characters and then take a bath with them.
You can take a
And
bath with a
you
bunch
can,
of
like,
dudes.
Select their spot.
It doesn't
and
matter.
Go into
You can pick any
first-person
character.
mode and like look at them and like take photos with them. Like, do we have to really add that? Which takes me actually to my next point, which I'm kind of like 50-50 on, are the swimsuit skins. Chang Li's is actually really pretty, and I
Her boobs are out. Ooh, her boobs are out. Oh my God, her boobs. Look at them. They're doing their own thing here. Whoa.
like it. It's tasteful.
Tasteful.
But Carlotta's, like, it's just out.
There's
And I
nothing
get
wrong
it.
with this.
Swimsuits look like that. I don't know.
It's
You might
not a
be into that, you
bikini.
might not be, but it's in the game. And the last thing
There's
that's
nothing
kinda
wrong
like,
with that.
ugh,
Nitpicky.
is actually about Carthea. And what I mean by that
Okay.
is her synergy and the way she works. She really requires a good team synergy.
Complain
for her
about
to
the other
be
gacha game that
really
does
good.
this.
But I will say that Carthea is powerful. Like, she's a great character.
Okay, Carthea is one of the strongest characters in the game. She does have an optimal team. Do you need to get the characters to make her, to have fun with her? No. You don't need to spend the money to do that. I don't have Kachona. I use Sanwa. It doesn't matter. Like, you can still have fun with Sanwa and Arrow Rover and Cartethia. She's got one of the best animations. She has the best animation in the entire game. So it's fun either way. I get what he's saying. It is a valid point. But there are plenty of other games where you have to have, 3 characters to make one good. You know what I mean? There's other games out there, and it costs even more. At least with this, they're giving you the option to have a really good time and not lose too much damage being done without that one character. You know what I mean? He does have a good point.
Character. Chikona just allows her to reach her peak strength, but she's not unplayable without her. You could definitely use other characters and still have fun playing her.
And you can get better
her
echoes.
Character kit description is like insanely long. And I mean, it's like a Webster's dictionary amount of things and words.
I feel like that's all gacha games now. Like, it's never just a simple 2 sentences anymore. It's literally a fucking novel describing what's going on in the game.
Why? I feel like this has been kind of happening recently where like a new character will come out and their character description and how they work is just getting longer and longer and longer and more
need to chat
convoluted,
GPT,
to the
like,
point where
let's
just
simplify
wait,
this
is the
shit.
shortened
Summarize
version
this.
of it. Like WuWa added the shortened UI for like their character descriptions, but it's still insanely cluttered and insanely just.
Have you ever chat GPT'd like a page in a book or like a paragraph or something like that? Like, simplify this for me. And then copy and pasted that and said simplify it again for me. That's what this game needs to do. That's what most of these games need to do. Like, they need a double simplification for it because it is long and drawn out, and I'm dumb. I'm not smart at reading that shit. I will just go online and find somebody else who has it already.
It's like convoluted. So I think WuWa really needs to go in and kind of re-optimize that so that it's easier to understand for more casual players like myself. Now, for the people who are like really like into that kind of stuff and understand it, like, good for them. But I will say that the in-game guide they added does kind of help with this. I just think it needs a little bit of tweaking. But yeah, that's everything that was added. Some of the things I like, some of the things that I'm kind of like meh on. But overall, I think it's a great update. And to answer that burning question that I always try to answer in these types of videos, is WuWa worth it? Yes. Yes, it is. Especially after 2.0. I mean, it feels like such a better game than when it launched. And yeah, they're really pumping out these updates, and like they're just adding so many quality of life stuff quickly, fun events, cool characters, awesome new areas to explore. I mean, it's just jam-packed, bro. I'm really enjoying my time with it. I was streaming it, playing it all this weekend, and I'm just having a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. And I think Kuro Games is doing a really good job with WuWa, and I'm excited to see how it continues to improve. But let me know in the comments down below if you already play WuWa and how you're liking the update. Or if you don't play WuWa, what's stopping you? And don't say storage space, because you can always delete another gacha game. You don't need to be playing every single one of them. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. I haven't done one of these in a bit. But let me know if you like this type of video still.
I do.
I don't know. I just want.
It's good. You had a good opinion. I definitely thought you had some solid points there. So I agree with some of it. I disagree with some of it. But I mean, overall, he does make a few good points. The little things that I didn't like were nitpicky, but there was other stuff that he said that I was like, I totally agree with that. Totally see it. All right. That being said, I'm done. You know, I've tried to do this like 3 times today, so I hope it was good enough for you. Hope you liked the reaction. Come back for more Tater streams.